You're listening to Miscast Commentary.
Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm Joe Findlay.
I'm Todd Tebow, the Sailor Murray.
And welcome to an episode of Miscast Commentary, the Coming Attractions episode. I don't know, I like over-radioed that, I think.
Yeah.
Hey there, boys and girls, how you doing?
Ding dang, we've got a winner.
Yeah, lots to go over today. Want to announce our next movie, of course, which is a good one. Just a lot of news over the week.
There certainly is a lot of news out there. That's for sure.
A lot of things happened last week while our Last Dragon episode had come out.
Is the news about our episode of The Last Dragon?
No.
How it caused unity between all people? Didn't I see that on the news?
Oh, it wasn't the Last Dragon episode that came out last.
Oh my God.
Sorry, spoilers.
Spoiler alert, when you watch The Last Dragon, unity will be had amongst all mankind.
As will Vanity.
Oh God.
Right.
Yes. I got a 2D cardboard cutout of Vanity in my bathroom. She helps me poop.
Anyways, though, since last week, stuff's happened, so obviously we couldn't talk about it then, but we can talk about it now.
We sure can.
First things first, the Star Wars trailer came out.
The Star Wars trailer definitely did.
And
I think there was way too many spoilers. I'm not even going to see the movie now.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like when I looked at it, as I believe nothing. Now I think ever since
in general,
yeah,
we believe nothing.
No, ever since the whole Star Trek thing where everybody's like, "Oh, Benedict Cumberbatch is Khan," and he's like, "No, I'm not. He's not Khan. He's not Khan." And then he ends up, yeah, he's Khan. And so
he's Khan.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
I was loaded. I didn't even know what happened in that movie.
I thought
apparently
he was wrong.
He really messed up like the continuity and stuff. Like if you're a real Trekkie, like he really screwed up everything.
Well, they purposefully did that so they could tell their own stories. That's
garbage.
Like they went out of their way in the last one. That was the whole point of all that time travel and stuff like that. That when when Spock goes for time and gets chased by Eric Bana and all that stuff, and it changed literally everything because originally Kirk's father didn't die, and then Kirk became the captain of the Enterprise but at the time he wasn't the captain. It was all that kind of shit, right? So they purposefully did that.
So it made sense though.
Yeah, it made sense.
Oh, because I heard people were saying they're all. I saw the movie twice, man. I don't even know what happened.
Yeah, that's good. Guy named Ron.
I gotta stop getting kicked out of theaters loaded for taking off my shirt. It's just my shirt. How can you have people, girls out there with their titties hanging all out, ass cheeks hanging up, but I can't take off my fucking shirt during a movie?
Yeah, but you've seen you without a shirt.
Like, oh my God.
His chest,
nipples.
He has a chest tattoo of an open vagina.
Yes.
So yeah, they tend
it
to
says supper's ready.
Yes.
It's got a word bubble coming out of the vagina's mouth.
It was the first ever use of the phrase nom 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 nom.
Yes.
He was 12 when he got it.
I started that. Yeah. I had a note from my mother. Back in the 80s, if you had a note from your mother, you could do literally anything.
Yeah.
Buy cigarettes, drugs.
You could just flat out get crack.
What are you doing in the crack den, small fry? Oh, here's a note from Mom. Oh, cool. Here you go. Yeah.
Tell her I'll be over later. Why? We're going to play a special game.
For a receipt, I got to bring her receipt.
So yeah, anyways, we mentioned the Star Wars trailer very briefly.
Is that what we were talking about?
Yeah, more or less.
I think it looked like shit.
Oh, please. That was not his reactions when we were watching.
Why do you lie all the time?
Yeah. No, I think it looked awesome. But yeah, anyways, like I was saying with
my God, it could have just been like 2 minutes of like just a lightsaber,
yeah,
swinging around with the music, and then it was The Last Jedi, and you would have been like, that was the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Well, I would
tell them how many tickets you already bought. All of them.
I bought 5 different tickets for
2 different days. So he's got 5 tickets for 2 days. That's like, what is that, 2.5? So like if somebody's going to go to the theater and have to share a seat with your feet.
If they're lucky.
Yeah.
I wiggle my toes a lot. That's distracting when you're watching a Star Wars
That counts
movie.
in that DX theater, that Degeneration X movie theater that they have.
You cannot get that.
Oh, the D-box.
Yeah. It's...
My D goes in the box.
Yeah. But yeah, I got the opening day by the skin of my teeth because I forgot to do it that night. I went right to bed because I was feeling sick.
Would it have bothered you?
Yeah.
You would have been so pissed.
No, you know why?
Up a little bit.
If people were normal, I wouldn't have bothered me at all. But the last one that came out, literally after the first movie was over, people went on their goddamn phones, went on Reddit, and then like had like a a headline like, check out this funny video. And then when you went in, it gave spoilers for the movie just to fuck with people who didn't see it
like
on the
that
first
you
showing.
say, because you're like, people aren't normal, says the guy who pre-purchased 5 tickets to a movie that comes out in 2.5 months.
Yeah, and they were almost sold out. So I'm on the normal side.
I guess I'm the non-normal one.
There you
then.
go. But yeah, no, I just mean like if people weren't such jerks about that kind of thing, I wouldn't mind it. Like if I was like, oh, I got to work on opening night or whatever, I'll just see it the next night or the night after, whatever. But no, I can't. And like Marvel movies, I can wait. I'm like, if somebody spoils a little something, whatever, but I'm not actively looking for spoilers.
I don't speak to anyone.
I try my best to not, but it's...
I live a cold, singular existence. There are no spoilers.
Well, on the last one, I actually legitimately was sick on opening night.
For what?
For the last Star Wars.
Empire Strikes Back.
So I did have to go the next day. So I went off the grid.
The grid.
So I had bought tickets already and stuff, but then I had to go off the grid to like just.
You had to go underground for a while.
I kept my lights off in fear that my lights would shine on a piece of paper that had a spoiler on it. I couldn't do it, and
this day and age, it probably does do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how many of my light bulbs connect to the internet.
All of them. The
son
man's
of a bitch.
watching us through our light bulbs right now.
No,
That's why they make them bright.
Man.
They make them bright so when you stare at them, you're like, oh, my eyes they hurt, so you don't see the camera of the man's
distracting
eyes.
us from the truth, Mr. Robot.
That's right.
All right. So anyways, I've got all those tickets. The trailer looked fun. Shut up, cat. It's like our third or fourth movie with a cat, or a third or fourth episode with a cat just coming in to say, hey,
yes.
I got something to say.
We're doing another cat chat later?
Yeah, we're going to do another cat chat for sure.
It's my favorite episode.
Oh, it was great. But
I got a Super Nintendo Mini.
Oh, you did get it?
You know what? That goes with you're talking about these fucking assholes, right? Like you can't go see concerts anymore.
Yeah.
You can't do anything because the moment it happens, they order like 8 million of them online and then you're fucked. And then they sell them for like way too much so that only rich people get to own cool things that are normally cheap.
Yeah, I actually saw on eBay the day you got it. So anybody who doesn't remember, or you won't remember because
you were bludgeoned in line.
Well, the episodes haven't come out. Jesus Christ.
Woo!
Today's going to be a day, isn't it? No, but the episodes haven't come out yet.
It's the nighttime.
But we did a 3-episode all-nighter. Now, you can go on YouTube and see the video.
It's hot.
It is pretty hot.
It's called Red Light
you can see
Special.
That, and you can see that Todd tattoo we were talking about.
We're going up all night, baby.
But yeah, and afterwards I dropped Todd off, so
you can
go buy the SNES Mini.
See, and I wouldn't have had to do that if it weren't for fucking dicks.
Exactly. And
what I heard about the last one. But the best part was I got there like 4 hours early, and if you showed up about 10 minutes before the store opened, you would have got one.
Yeah.
10 minutes after, no. But I was like, man, I stood here for 4 hours.
Yeah, but you got it. So
it was cold.
Yeah, it was a chill. It was a like unseasonably chilly night that night.
I was raped with a Super Nintendo Mini. Thankfully, the controller was plugged in, so retrieval wasn't as bad as it could have been.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine. If it was a Bluetooth controller or something,
oh my lord!
But
I got one up there right now.
Oh, nice.
I'm Bluetoothing with my insides at all times.
Yeah, I'm playing Super Mario
new.
World.
Oh my god, I've been playing Yoshi's Island.
Yeah, good.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
My fingers never forgot, dude. Never forgot.
It's true too.
Weird.
Yeah, it's so weird how quickly you catch back onto that. But yeah, like I was saying though, that same night that you got that. Well, you got it in the day, and then that night we went on eBay to see if people had put them on. One guy had I think he had 50 of them, and he was selling them.
That's ridiculous.
And he was selling them for like $250 a piece.
How did he get 50 of them?
I have no idea.
But some people in the lineup were doing which I also wish I would have known was across the way there is the Walmart at the Fairview Mall.
Yes.
And they had them at 7 a.m. So some people went there at 7 a.m, got one there, then came over to the Toys R Us, which opened at 9 and got one there.
Were there limitations on how many you could
There
get?
was, and I'm glad that I'm hoping that more stores are going to do this, show up and get it rather than the pre-order online.
Yeah, it's...
It's something, all right.
Yeah, it's
Those
something.
fucking scalper pieces of shit. There was a bunch of them in the line, too, and they were all like, oh, like, the dude I was sitting beside in line was, his whole family, worked at the Toys R Us, and every time one of his family members would show up talking, they'd be like, hey, can you get in line? I'll give you $50 if you go in and buy me the thing.
Oh, really?
And they're like, no. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, come on, man, come on, I'm 75. And then everybody's like trying to like outbid this guy. And I was like, this is disgusting.
Yeah, it's so stupid. It's but like I was saying with the limitation thing, that's a great thing.
One per person.
And see, yeah,
75 per person. That's it.
Yeah. Well, I could see 2 per person because you might like want one for yourself and you might want to buy one as a gift or something like that. And that's fine.
Not when it's a product like this.
Yeah. Well, it depends on the stock, I guess.
They got more in, apparently. They're going to have a couple waves.
Yeah. Well, they had to because people were not happy with the way the first one was handled.
Flipping wigs.
But I keep fucking up. But it reminds me of when when Black Friday started in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
So it had happened a few years in the States, and we saw the madness that was constantly happening, which still happens.
I don't think it happens here like in the States, though.
It doesn't, and I'll tell you one reason why. The first time we went to do it, we lined up. And we weren't like hours and hours early. And yeah, we were there for a TV or something. Actually, it was Boxing Day, but they have the same rules either way. We lined up and a guy before the store opened came down and he's like, who's looking for what? He's like, I've got, who wants the TV sale?
That's
the big TV sale. And then everybody who wanted the big TV, hands up. And then he went down the line in order of the line and gave out the tickets for the amount of stock they had.
Yeah.
And then when he got to the last person, he's like, sorry, that's it. So then you were able to go in, and because they want you to be able to shop. They don't want you to rush to the one thing and then get the fuck out.
Yeah.
They want you to walk around and go, ooh, there's a nice little sale over
something
here.
else
There's
I
a
can
nice
do.
little
There's
thing
something
over here.
else.
So that was it. And so we got the TV we wanted. We were like 5th in line. We got a ticket for it. And then it was like, boom, all set. It was like I could have went home and then come and got it later.
Yep.
So it was...
You got a guaranteed. I was already there for 10 minutes before they did the same thing at the Toys R Us.
Yeah, my favorite all-time thing, though, that I saw is they showed the opening of a Best Buy during Black Friday in the States. And it was the usual madness. Like somebody got trampled and all that. Then they showed an opening of a Best Buy in Canada on the same day. And they opened it up and it was just a lineup of Best Buy people on either side and people walking in calmly while all the staff was applauding them.
Thanks for not murdering us.
That was basically it. They were like, yeah, and they came in and everyone was like, woo, we did it, and they just all walked. And
it's like in the States, it's like Al Bundy when he was on that supermarket game show when his cart had like a big blade on the front, and it was like,
my God, that was
they could shoot out of it. Like these people are killing it. They're trampling it. It's like for a fucking VCR or something, like a deal.
Yeah,
people getting trampled.
Well, hopefully it's not for a VCR anymore.
Imagine how you go home to your no, exactly, and it's for Betamax.
Ooh, Betamax was better.
Oh my God, yeah. I just can't believe it. How do you go home to your family after you've boot stomped somebody for a fucking like Super Nintendo Mini? Yeah. Well, it's just a little blood on it. Big deal.
I kicked a pregnant lady till I saw a stillborn.
Oh yeah, like shot out like a potato shooter. It ricocheted off the floor and landed on the shelf.
Love it.
Next to a garbage pail kid.
It's bananas. But I think the main reason that it works the way it does between like one country does it one way while the other country does it the other way is that it didn't start at the same time, because I think we saw it and we're like, we have to find a better way.
It's just tickets, man. Just do the tickets.
And as soon as that happened,
you don't open the door cattle call style like you know what I mean? Start the pistol and watch your store get like fucking train raped.
But you can't tell me that the companies don't love.
Of course they do. They're laughing. They're jacking to it. They're watching on the camera and they're like they're laughing evilly.
Yeah.
While like some orphan is attached to the ceiling and they watch blood drain out of him. They laugh.
Well, that got me an erection. And speaking of erections, that brings us to the next thing I wanted to talk about.
Boing.
Harvey Weinstein. So he's been a little bit of a thing.
Wow. I went on TMZ and it was like every single story. It was Harvey Weinstein.
It's a huge deal. Just his power in the industry.
These are the biggest actresses too, saying that this guy was a dirtbag to me.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame that, and I get it.
It's a shame it took so damn long.
It's a shame it took so damn long.
Who blew the whistle on him? Who was it?
I don't recall. I saw a bunch of names at once. I saw like Ashley Judd and a bunch of other people, but I don't know who the first was or any of that stuff. But what was crazy to me, and it's easy for me to, it's easy to just say, it's like, oh, why didn't somebody come forward sooner? But it's the thing that's being discussed. And I think that it's great that it's finally being discussed.
Well, it's all about your career too. This guy's he's a big guy way up there. And
yeah, but it's that's a part of it. But it's like one of the bigger things that's being discussed, because you see all the bros, the macho bro dudes on Twitter and stuff like that, tweeting to all these different actresses going like, oh, why wouldn't you just say something, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, because nobody would believe us.
Yeah, exactly.
And it happens all the time. It was like, so many rapes don't go reported because they basically get shamed, and they're like, oh, you probably wanted it, now you don't want it.
She's begging for it. Look at that skirt. Well, these are the Trump people. You changed your mind last minute. These are the fucking, like, these are the disgusting, these are the wife beaters and the molesters and shit. You know what I mean? These are the people that it's okay. They're joining ISIS probably tomorrow. These people.
No, but what kills? Yeah, it's just the whole idea of like,
just suck up the rape like a regular person. Why do you gotta whine to be like, what is wrong with you, dude? Like, what the fuck?
It's the two simplest things, the simplest arguments in the world. When everybody's having this whole like black versus white, or well, not even versus white, but just the treatment of black people. Mm-hmm. And then you see all these like white people. Mike Ditka just came out recently and said there hasn't been oppression in the United States in 100 years. I'm like, I'm like, the 60s, man. Let's just let's go back that far. Charlottesville has happened twice this year.
Yeah, this year.
That's oppression.
What about like women can't vote?
I can't breathe.
I can't.
Well, they were speaking specifically against like black rights. Right. In this scenario, but it's
for
like
100 years.
But it's
Wasn't there slavery 100 years ago?
Not quite, but it was
close.
But it might as well have been.
Well, he's probably counting to the day. He's probably like, well, this is the day they ended slavery. So right after that, no problems to be a black person. No problems at all. Is he a conservative?
I don't know. He's
a conservative.
He just eats sausages.
Guaranteed. That's a conservative move. Yeah, and he eats them through his asshole.
Yeah, exactly. I do notice whenever I eat sausages, I really start thinking about like states' rights and stuff.
Oh, like me too.
But no, it was bananas. And the argument is so simple. In any of these cases, in black rights, in women's rights, in gay rights, if you are not that thing, whatever it is, like if you're not a black person, if you're not a gay person, if you're not a woman, you don't get to say what it's like. You don't even get to pretend like you really know.
I love that. I like when like it's gay, can the gays get married? And then everybody gets to vote on it. Why the fuck do you get to vote on whether me or somebody else can get married? Because all the assholes are just going to be like, no.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And then what do they have? Well, like, what's the Sanjaya voters. What is somebody else's life doing to yours?
Zero.
Like I say the same thing is like, unless like, this whole thing is such an epidemic where like you're eating dinner and two naked gay men smash through the window and start fucking on your table. You know what I mean? Yeah. Maybe then this could be like some kind of thing.
And you know what? Like what? And you know what protects these things all the time? The slippery slope argument.
It's a slippery slope.
If you're going to let gay people married, what's next? You're going to let a man marry an animal, which is the most offensive fucking thing I've ever heard. But it's like,
why?
Well,
what if I'm in love with the animal and the animal's in love with me?
No, but I'm just saying that's the next step.
Oh, like in their mentality.
That's like
what are you going to marry? An alien?
Yeah, that's like saying...
An extraterrestrial? What are we going to allow here?
Yeah, that's like, oh, you drink milk. What's next? Lighter fluid? Like, it's just like... Right? Like, it's such an unreasonable...
What a leap, yeah.
And they do that with absolutely everything. And it was probably the same arguments have been heard with like, oh, we've got to really rein down harassment in the workplace and make women feel safe. Well, what's next? If a guy says hello, they're gonna get fired.
Right, yeah.
And it's always what's next.
Right.
And because
well, that's the whole thing. Yeah, I love
war
that.
On progress.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, hey, do you think we should treat everybody like equal human beings? Well, what's next? Then we're gonna make them all better than us?
Yeah. That's a big one right there. That's a big one. That's really big for a lot of people. They feel that if all the rights are equal, then their rights will then go down because of that somehow. Yeah. Which is weird because then it's like you're definitely like you're not admitting it, but then you're saying that these people need to be down here and you're up here.
Yeah.
Because the moment they come on the same level, you're belittled by that itself.
And I'm gonna just go on record right now. I want everybody to have the equal rights that I have as a white man, but I reserve the right to still feel superior. Don't you worry. I'm going to be pretty smug about how awesome I am as an individual.
Right now that I hate white people and I hate what he just said, and I hate the white, exuberant disgustingness that I'm looking at. I'm looking in a mirror, by the way.
He hates what I said now, but when he wants a ride home later, he's gonna love it. But yeah, anyways, just how this relates to the whole Harvey Weinstein thing is his power in Hollywood was so
we were talking about The Last Jedi.
Well, yeah, that we skipped that. It's
done.
Man,
it
looks awesome. We're gonna see it. No, but the whole Harvey Weinstein thing, his power was so widespread that literally, I'm sure a lot of people. Because I started thinking immediately, what actresses from the movies that he did had to do something, or like
to keep the role, or to get the role,
or keep quiet about something, or that kind of thing to keep it, or how many didn't do something and then didn't get the role, and maybe their careers were hurt. And I bet you there's a lot of that
because
too.
they didn't.
Yeah. And then what are you going to do?
I heard that Brad Pitt had yelled at him too after he was hitting on. He was doing nasties with Gwyneth Paltrow, and Brad came to him.
It's just, I know, that would have been amazing. I
wish I could be a fly in the wall. I think they were at an award show or something. He said, and he walked over to him and was like, "You better fucking lay off, bastard."
Oh yeah,
that's cool. I think for Brad Pitt though, like to do that.
See,
because
I think,
somebody was saying that because Ben Affleck said something about it, and a woman, I don't know what actress it was, she said that Ben Affleck knew that Weinstein was doing that shit the whole time.
Yeah. See, and there's a lot, but now here's the slippery
slope. Do you speak up about it?
Yeah, you should. Absolutely. The answer is absolutely. You should speak up about it. Think about the whole Jerry Sandusky.
I think so too. Absolutely.
Yeah, the Jerry Sandusky kid fucker thing, and it's like there were people who knew about it and covered it up.
Who's Jerry Sandusky?
It was the Ohio State football team. He was like showering with kids and stuff like that, and it became a thing. And then they found out that the coach Joe Paterno knew about it and was like helping cover it up. I might be getting some details wrong.
Yeah,
but it's the basic idea.
Yeah.
But
how gross is that?
Well, yeah, it's super gross. And
covering up for him.
There are just certain things like, you know what? If
you said it was the coach,
it was like
was he awesome?
It was an
was he
assistant
like the best coach ever.
The
or
coach
something?
who helped cover it up was a legend.
Right.
The guy who did it was like an assistant.
Right.
But that's the problem. And they talk about things in college all the time that they cover up stuff because they don't want to hurt the program. Because that stops money pouring in. That stops athletes wanting to come there. Athletes have come out and said that they've helped cover up getting the players illegally getting money, players doing drugs, and they've helped them cover up their drug tests.
You got to pay them, right? They get paid too, even though they don't get paid. I mean, the school's making trillions of dollars off these athletes, for God's sake.
But the problem is, and I'm sure plenty of them take money, but the problem is there's always the risk. If the NCAA catches you, you don't get to play football anymore. And for some people, that's their only shot.
Yeah, exactly.
You lose your college education, you lose your chance to play football, you lose your chance to be a pro. All that stuff gone in one thing because you didn't have any money. We keep jumping from issue to issue here, but anyways,
it's a slippery slope.
Truth, but it's just the whole idea is speak up
and stop it.
Stop. And I think the best thing I heard was on Seth Meyers, and they were talking about what we can do to stop these harassment things and stuff like that. And they had some answers, and they were like, how about, harassment education in the workplace? And how about this? And how about that? And then the last girl just goes, how about men stop being fucking creeps?
Yeah.
It's just it's really simple. Because it's one thing to
and the answer is
flirt.
No. Right.
It's one thing to flirt with somebody, and I think even a Harvey Weinstein or whatever could flirt with one of these actresses.
Right.
But if it's shut down, it's shut down. That's
the end of it.
End of story. That's done. And then one day Meryl Streep can go on, Colbert and talk about that time that gross Harvey Weinstein asked her out for a nice supper.
Right.
Instead of the girl who said he wanted me to have sex with him, and when I said no, he masturbated into a plant. That's a real story.
That's a real story.
It's a real story that occurred.
So he just got up and masturbated into a plant?
Into a potted plant.
She stayed there the whole time?
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? He blocks doors. He's very large.
He is a large man.
And then there was another... some model or something.
You stay there because that would be the situation too, where you think, man, this guy's gonna ruin my career if I don't sit here and watch him jack off into a plant.
Yeah, because it's not like it's gonna be.
Oh, that poor plant.
I know.
That plant was also assaulted.
Yes.
By Harvey Weinstein.
Depending on your your view on the feelings of plants, yes, absolutely.
Oh my God.
But the and then like he begged another model to to watch him shower. And I'm like, he's a gross.
Why?
I don't.
What's that about?
That's exactly.
It's not even like let me touch your boobs or finger bang yours.
Yeah.
It's like watch me go to the bathroom. Watch me do the dishes naked. It's like really kind of like. What?
Well, I'm sure, but like I think that's his. He always goes to a secondary because like the first one was have sex with me. No, okay, then watch me do this.
Fine. Watch me jack off and do a toupee.
But then here's the thing too, and I mean I'm sometimes guilty of this, and I think
God,
everybody.
here we go.
No. I know it's not like that. No, but sometimes you automatically assume it's like, oh, you hear especially with celebrities, a celebrity's been accused of doing something, and you're like, oh, they're probably just looking for the money,
right?
Because like, it's like they came out, they said this happened that long ago. Why didn't they report it back then? And now I look back on that, and I'm like, why would I think like that? Why wouldn't I just say, let's investigate this properly now, and then if he's innocent, great, because then this guy that I like is innocent. If he's not innocent, ew, and we can deal with it.
Well, back now it's I'm happy obviously that these things are starting to come to light because it was a boys club back in the day, and they ran the show, and if you didn't do what they wanted, like
there's been similar things. There's been similar like accusations against Louis C.K. Recently, and now and again my thought went to not believe them, but to motivation,
right,
and this kind of thing. And I'm like, I don't know. He doesn't seem like the guy who does that. But I'm like, I don't know him.
Yeah, we don't know.
So
Again, all these people are fucked, man.
And he's not talking about it. So if he's innocent, just say, yeah, let's investigate this and let's prove I didn't do it, and then let's move on.
Yeah.
And so that's how it needs to be now. Everybody needs to believe when somebody says something, and then let it get sorted out later.
Yeah, but then isn't that like proven guilty before?
No. It's the opportunity to say. It's the opportunity to say now I have to be proven guilty. Right.
Because then we would move into just anybody could say anything.
Yeah. Because now because right now everything
is witch hunt.
Because everything's being like it's just up in the air when everybody's not talking about it, right?
Right.
It's like this person did that to me, and that whole thing happened with Cosby, right? When he was first
that's
accused
exactly
back
what I was
in, like,
thinking.
the
We were
90s.
talking about this whole thing about people coming out after Giomeshi, all these ones.
John Gameshi,
Jambi.
Yeah, but it happens all the time, and
you know what?
I
you
think
know what
we're
they need to
over
do
that.
as a society.
We should be
need,
over that.
and you know what? Why it should just be reversed.
Yeah,
it should be flipped. Nothing would be a problem. I went to a job interview.
Yeah,
my boss, this lady, totally forced me to watch her masturbate.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
See,
I was walking down the hallway.
Yeah.
And the vice president of the company, this lady, grabbed my junk. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's
no problem.
See, but you say that, but it's also not true, and it's also happening.
I know it's not true.
But no, I know you know it's not true.
Men get raped too by women.
Yes, like these things happen too, and it has to be both sides. Like right now, because of who it is, and because it's the vast majority, it's being very vilifying towards kind of men in general, which is what it is. But good on you. I think that needs to be dealt with now, so that the conversation can be properly had. But at the same time, both sides. Because there are women, I don't know, I've never been harassed, but
I don't know what the percentage is, but
sure
it does happen.
It has happened,
Well,
and it's
back in the
needs to be treated
day.
the same.
They would, they did kind of like the double standard. Obviously, not nearly as bad for men. I'm not trying to say that.
Oh no,
but I'm saying
no.
like men would go, and call the police and be like, "My wife's been hitting me," and they would like laugh at you and like hang the phone up.
That would still happen.
You know what I mean? Like my wife, and like, what are you supposed to do? Like what? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like my wife is punching me and shit all the time, and the second you smash her with the frying pan, you're going to jail.
Man raped in jail, considered kind of an equalizer. He's like, well, he's a criminal. He just learned himself a lesson. Didn't he? So it's.
Well, I mean, it depends on the crime.
Yeah, it absolutely.
Like, I don't think you should be raped in the shower by some other guy if you stole a chocolate bar.
What kind?
Mounds.
Yeah, no. Mounds. See, that's harassment.
Me saying mounds.
Yeah, no, but it's just. Anyways, I didn't want to get too into it, but we
did.
Yeah.
Well, look what you did now.
There was a great Star Wars trailer, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was pretty good, actually.
No, but yeah. So, anyways, thank you for indulging us. That's just kind of how we feel.
Isn't that all they do all the time, anyways?
That's
indulge
literally, there's about 180 people who indulge
yeah.
us week to week, and we love every one of you.
That sounds good. I like how you put 180 people indulge me. Watch me jack off into a plant.
Don't watch him do that. I won't. If he does it, I won't post it on
Is
YouTube.
it there? That's a thing, though. Dendrophilia or something, isn't it? Where people like to bang plants and trees.
The fact that you know the name of it makes me want to move over a couple steps.
So what if it is? Would it be dender assaultelia for Weinstein because he assaulted a plant sexually?
I think the plant would have to press charges, so that's not likely going to happen.
He does. The plants don't have voices in this day and age, Joe.
I know.
Who's going to fight for that plant? M. Night Shyamalan.
Shamalama ding dong.
Shyamalan.
All right. So we got that out of the way.
Good. way to go, Harvey Weinstein. Way to get all real there for a minute.
Yeah. 30 minutes in, we still haven't told them what movie we're doing.
Oh, what about, what about tune rights?
Tune rights? Well, I bet you there's a movie that can explore that in a little bit more depth.
In detail.
Yes, in 2D. We
in
are
the second dimension.
We're watching an 80s classic, pioneer filmmaking event.
Who framed Harvey Weinstein? I think it's a rig job.
Harvey Weinstein's gross dick framed Harvey Weinstein.
Oh my God! That's the twist ending. Betrayed by my own penis.
Oh, is that why M. Night Shyamalan's involved?
That's right.
Okay.
Betrayed by his own penis.
Wonderful. No, so Todd was more than half right. We're doing Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
We were really
Good
excited
movie.
about this. Right when Todd brought it up, I was like, how the fuck have we not done this one already?
Mm-hmm.
So let's give us a listen to this trailer.
Mommy's going to the beauty parlor, darling. But I'm leaving you with your favorite friend, Roger. He's going to take very, very good care of you. Because if he doesn't, he's going back to the science lab.
Cut! What the hell was wrong with that take? Nothing with you, baby Herman. You were great. You were perfect. You were better than perfect. Just Roger. He keeps blowing his lines. Roger, what's this? A tweeting bird. Tweeting bird. Roger, read this. Look what it says. It says rabbit gets clunked. Rabbit sees stars. Not birds. Stars! Can we lose the playback, please? You're killing me. For crying out loud, Roger. How many times do we have to do this damn scene? Raoul, I'll be in my trailer. Taking a nap. Excuse me,
Please, Raoul, I can give you stars. Just drop the refrigerator in my head one more time.
Roger, I got on your head 23 times already.
I can take it. Don't worry about me.
I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about the refrigerator.
This is the tale of an up-and-coming movie star named Roger Rabbit and a down-and-out private detective named Eddie Valiant.
Ooga booga.
Every moment they were together was a new adventure in trouble.
Hide me, Eddie. Please.
It's a motion picture about friendship,
Take it easy, will ya? Please, Eddie. Don't show me out. You're making a big mistake.
love, compassion,
Well, I'm sorry I yanked your ears.
All the time you yanked my ears?
murder,
Marvin Acme. The rabbit cacked him last night.
Remember, you never saw me.
sex,
I'd do anything for my husband, Mr. Valiant. Anything.
and violence.
Tunes gets him every time.
You wouldn't have any idea where the rabbit might be?
Got a thing for rabbits, huh? The whole thing stinks like yesterday's diapers.
It's a comedy a little different from all the rest.
I'm a pig. I'm a tune.
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
But tell me, Eddie, is that a rabbit in your pocket or are you just happy to see me?
Touchstone Pictures and Steven Spielberg present a Robert Zemeckis film,
We tunes may act idiotic, but we're not stupid.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
All right, so that was the trailer. We didn't see the real
What
trailer.
a
Hopefully
trailer.
you did.
Amazing.
Yeah, whatever that was. So yeah, we're trying to find the real trailer on the other end. So you should have seen.
We just started the movie over again.
Yeah, pretty much. So anyways, that's what we're going to be doing next week. We hope you all tune in.
You know what? Let's ruin next week.
Yeah.
Let's do the whole movie right now.
Let's start.
Fuck them.
Fuck. Yeah, we might have totally different views on it this time. Now with all this other stuff that's going on our heads, maybe it's gonna be happening. But yeah, anyways, we hope you all tune in. As usual, reach us all the old ways. Find us on Twitter and on Facebook.
Any new ways?
No new ways. You know, unless you have like a carrier pigeon, you know,
or like a light bulb that connects to the internet.
Ooh, if you got one of those, they sort of
exist. I think that's a great idea, actually.
Well, they have
you should be able to do it with your phone. You could also use it as like a projector.
They have. It could be
a projector. Shoot it to the wall. Make a movie.
They do legitimately have ones, but they don't do movies and stuff. You can change colors.
Or you can like knock everything off your table and then go to your setting, and it'll be like on the table, like a projection of the internet, and you can fart around or whatever.
Well, I think that's definitely
I think we just came up with the fucking best idea.
Yeah, I think that there's versions of that have already existed. Like I know there's one that projects a light down, and then it's like you can use it as an actual keyboard.
See shit like that.
Like that exists.
And the light or the buttons.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Thank you for typing. We always try our best to not hit the table, and then Todd, as an example of something that nobody can see, is like, "Here, let me bang away at this table for a couple minutes."
Clickety click, clack, clacking. Wait. Just let me write a couple pages of my new novel.
Yeah.
Click, clackety, click, clack.
Wait. Oh no, you gotta. This is an old-fashioned typewriter, so you gotta like knock that thing back over.
Oh yeah, and then. Oh my god! You just stopped the whole thing. You just kajiffered my.
Oh shit!
Whiffer.
I just kajiffered his whiffered. I just fucked up his headphones. But it doesn't really matter. We're done this episode anyways.
Hey! Oh, here I am. Hey!
So yeah, on Facebook.
Hey, did you start the episode yet?
Yeah.
Oh.
On podcast at miscastcommentary.com. Visit us at miscastcommentary.com. Lots of ways to find us. Go check out that YouTube video of us if you haven't seen it. You can just search Miscast Commentary, you'll find our page, or you can search Miscast Commentary All Nighter and you'll find that exact video.
All night long, all night, yeah.
So we will see you next week. Roger will see you next week. And Christopher Lloyd will really see you next week. Is that a spoiler?
Don't forget about Valiant.
People probably think, is Christopher Lloyd going to be on the show next week? No.
They think it every time.
Nobody wants to fucking come see us. All right. I always bum myself out at the end. My voice gets really low, and I just say something really like, "We're just pieces of shit, aren't we?"
Like Vader.
Yeah,
just a big fat piece of shit.
Exactly. So
yes, you are Vader.
You're right. All right. We will see you next Friday. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? We're gonna find out together. Unless you already know Who Framed Roger Rabbit, don't tell us.
Don't tell them. I didn't mean that, Vader. I love you.
Bye now.
This has been Miscast Commentary with your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray. Executive producer, Joe Finley. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. Visit www.miscastcommentary.com for all news related to the podcast. Miscast Commentary is a Miscast Media production.